For the first course concept, I will be talking about the Ten Commandments. I chose to talk about the Ten Commandments because they are rules that I have to follow, just like the rules you have to follow in class or even in school. The Ten Commandments are a list of rules to help people live together peacefully and respectfully. They were given by God to show us how we should treat others and how we should treat Him. In Matthew 22:37, Jesus says, "Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." The first 4 commandments is how you should respect and love God. The last 6 is how you should treat and respect others around you. The second course concept I'm going to be talking about is the 7 deadly sins. They are like bad thoughts that can hurt us or others. They're called deadly sins because they make our hearts and minds unhappy. For example, one of the 7 deadly sins is pride, which means thinking that you're better than everyone else. It's like saying, "I'm the best at math and no one can be better than me." This makes you forget to be respectful and kind to others. I chose the 7 deadly sins because a lot of the time people tend to forget that other people have feelings and they're human too. How you see and do things affect people around you, and a reminder of how to be a better person. In Matthew 15:18, Matthew says, "But the things that come out of a person's mouth came from the heart, and this defiles them." The 7 deadly sins are all the things that hurt us or others, that make us unhappy or upset. And Matthew 15:18 is saying, people don't say stuff by mistake. For my course concept 3, I chose parts of Exodus. Exodus is like a story for someone's faith. It also has the plagues that God sent to Egypt when the prince of Egypt set the Israelites free. In Matthew 1:22-23, Matthew says, "All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin conceived and gave birth to a son, and they call him Emmanuel," which means God is with you, or God is with us. This quote connects to the concept because it reflects the theme from Exodus: God's presence, deliverance, faithfulness, and the covenant fulfilled through Jesus. Matthew 13. I chose Matthew 13 because I think it's the most interesting chapter out of all the other Matthews. In this chapter, I wrote about how they had to gather the rest of the wheat in the field to go put the wheat in the barn so they can be safe. In my booklet, I drew wheat, birds, clouds, the sky, the sun, and the barn with the wheats in it. In Matthew 13 is the most interesting chapter because it uses simple stories to teach deep lessons about how God's kingdom works, how we should live life, and how we can grow through our faiths. The Torah Scroll. The Torah Scroll is an artifact that shows the written laws of God, including the 10 Commandments. Peacocks connect to the 7 deadly sins because they're traditional, associated with self-obsession and pride due to their extravagant plumage. Moses' staff is an artifact because he parted the Red Sea to free the enslaved Israelites to go to the Promised Land.